Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-July right through to mid-August. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Okay, without further ado, let's get straight to your reading, my beautiful Gemini. Let's see what they have in store for you today. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know with regards to their career for mid-July right through to mid-August? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much. Ooh, the Moon card. Interesting energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Thank you. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the card as I believe that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. Okay, everyone is different, so please fast forward these moments as I don't want to waste any of your beautiful time. Okay, we have the Moon card. Interesting energy to start. This is the protagonist energy, the energy that is propelling you forward for the mid of July there with regards to your career. Interestingly enough, it is Cancerian energy, and it is about it's trusting in the unseen is what they're giving me here with this card. There are voluntary changes that may need to be made, and you recognize this during this time. So you may be almost like taking a little detour in order to move forward there. There is some sort of extra little mileage on your path that you need to take before you get back on the path. So this detour is important for a reason. You move to the side in order to get to a place of either learning a lesson or meeting somebody or a situation where it will help you in the long run with your career. So it could be networking opportunities. It's almost like if you're on a path from A to B, there's like an A.1 stop along the way with this card. So something will be revealed though. This is the Moon energy. So it is the unseen coming to the surface. Okay, ultimately you must trust your intuition, and that's the thing that is guiding you actually for this time period I've set. You are definitely proceeding there, trusting with high vibes, your own intuition and your gut instinct there. They're also giving me that the veil between worlds is very, very thin. It's so interesting. They keep giving me the same date, which is the 20th of July, where it's very important because we have a new moon cycle then. They're showing me that the veil between worlds is very thin, and you may become very psychic during this time, may have some very interesting dreams there, messages in your dreams. Pay attention to anything that comes to the surface there, because that's your guides trying to steer you in a particular direction or give you some information, like the subtext of a situation here. What else are they giving me with this? Okay, so you may have some sort of choice as well, because the Moon card often talks about the shadow side. So you may have some opportunity help propel you forward that either speaks to your wild side or your tame side, and you may have a choice there as to which way that you go. So be mindful, keep all eyes open. As we can see, you're not just seeing with your own eyes here, you're seeing with your intuition. So they're asking you to be mindful during this time when you have a particular choice that comes up. Again, they're highlighting the 20th of July, so perhaps there's some sort of choice or rejuvenation of energy that happens around about this time that kickstarts your path in a particular direction. Now, the antagonist position, interestingly enough, Gemini, is the Magician card. Now, this is the energy that sometimes holds you back, or perhaps you shy away from because of fear or whatever. Now, this is the energy to overcome. And because it is the Magician card, Aries energy there, what do we get? Yeah, sorry. They're just giving me something in particular here. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. This is about believing and receiving. Sometimes you doubt yourself and doubt that your visions will come into reality, but you are often very inspired to act. But sometimes it's almost like you fear what you truly want. It's like when things are going so well and things start working out the way that you want them to, Gemini, it's almost like you're like waiting for the thing that goes wrong. You're like, things are going so well right now, something's going to go wrong. I can feel it. I can feel it. I know it. And it's like you drop the vibe is what they're giving me here. They're saying trust in the process. You know, what you want truly wants you, and you are focusing that wonderful creativity that you have there. You're focusing it and turning those visions into reality there with that inspired action. They're also saying you're being divinely guided, and you may be closing yourself off at times to being a co-creator. So sometimes, interesting, thank you so much. What they're giving me is sometimes you know the way that you should be going, Gemini. I don't expect anything less, because I don't want to say such a cliche with Gemini, because obviously it's a dual energy. You have your, you know, your twin sides going on there, but it's almost like they're giving me, especially as you can see those two figures going in, facing in different directions there. What they're giving me with that is sometimes, excuse me, you know that you're being guided in a particular way, and you know that there are forces beyond your eyesight that you can feel are at play, driving you or magnetizing you into a certain direction. And because there is a need for your control also, Gemini, there is it's almost like you choose the other path. It's a reckless kind of energy where you're like, I know I probably should do this, but I'm going to do this because it's more exciting or it's more appealing at this moment. So they're showing me this battle that sometimes holds you back a little bit, and they want you to really focus and harness that energy for the direction that you feel like you want to go in, okay? Because they're showing me they're facing in two different, it's like polar opposites. You may know where you want to go. As you can see, there is a figure in the center. You can see those lips and that nose there in those eyes. There is a figure in the center where there is direction, but often you question the path. Should I take a right turn? No, let's go left. Let's go left. Even though you feel like, oh, you should have gone right, you go left. Okay, so there's this energy where they really want you to hone it, really want to focus, and they really want you to use your mind there. They're really highlighting this area for me, and not just because it's lighter. I get a different energy from the cards every time I pick them up. I see these cards lots of times a day, and I get a different energy each time. They're highlighting you need to trust your instincts in terms of your creativity, you know, the path that you want to be on, your life purpose, what you're trying to manifest into the physical realm, because you can have it all, but you really do need to believe in order to receive, okay? So sometimes they're saying that you don't trust that what you truly want is coming for you, is what they're giving me here, okay? So sometimes you might start things like the law of attraction, for example, or visualization, and then you just drop the ball and you walk away from it, and you think, well, I visualized on Friday, nothing's happened. It's now Wednesday, 2 weeks from then, nothing's happened, okay? They're showing me it's like fits and starts, okay? So it is that energy of, you know, taking a step forward and then taking 2 steps back, and then, you know, keep, you know, you find yourself kind of still in the same position, because you're magnetizing something towards you, and then you drop the ball all of a sudden because you doubt that it may even happen on the physical plane here. But they really want you to believe, and you will receive, okay? Now, the unifying energy, interestingly enough, is the Death card, okay? Scorpionic energy here. And this is about transition. This is the end of a cycle. It is an end of doubt, is what they're giving me. It is about you trusting in your intuition and going with the flow rather than fighting it. When we have the Magician in the antagonist position, there is often a need for control when it is in that opposite position there. It's like a need to direct how your future should go according to your rigid plan. And they're asking you to go with the flow. Allow yourself to co-create with spirit. Trust that you're being guided as much as you are guiding. It is a reciprocal energy with you and the universe, and that's where the transition comes from. You need to let go of anything that does not serve you and move on from that. It's a rebirth and a transformation of the energies to bring you a more abundant time, okay? As you can see, there is that hand there is holding on to things that are unnecessary, unnecessarily causing stagnancy or pain. To be stuck in the same position will do nothing but cause pain and no growth. Okay, it'd be stagnancy, and you get bitter when you're in the same place. Gemini, you're very much being an air element, you're very much, you know, very creative, have wonderful ideas. You hate the idea of being stuck in the same place forever. Okay, so that is like death to you, because you're so knowledgeable about the world, you're very adventurous, very exciting energy, and to be stuck somewhere would just, you know, that is death. Okay, so there is a transformation of this energy to let go of anything that does not serve you, so that you can have a more abundant future, but also a transformative energy that allows these changes to happen to bring you something new and exciting. Okay, so at the moment we've got trusting intuition. Don't control all the details, but recognize that you are the master of your own destiny. It's a very fine line. It has to be a reciprocal energy with the universe. Giving out a lot of gratitude whilst receiving at the same time, and that transition to something new. So I really feel with the new moon, because we have the moon propelling you forward, there is this new transition, and the death card speaks about new, rising up to the new. So the new moon is very important for you, my beautiful Gemini. Let's go deeper and see what we're dealing with here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know with regards to their career? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much. For those of you who are interested, I've just used the White Witch Tarot, and now I'm using the Light Seers Tarot here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm ready to receive. What do my beautiful Gemini need to know for their highest good? Thank you so much. During these moments, you may want to fast forward. The deck feels very heavy at the moment, so perhaps you're weighing quite a lot up in terms of which way you go here. Ten of Swords, yeah, look at that. So there is an ending here for sure, and a moving on to something new. This is the unifying energy, as we say here. You're definitely being guided, as you can see all those wonderful crows. They're guiding you towards a more free situation. So whereas you felt stuck before, something is coming to the surface, and it is highlighting your need to move on. Okay, you could have had some sort of they're giving me two things. One is some sort of spiritual awakening, like a bit of a wake-up call in terms of direction. Okay, you may be leaving a work environment to find something new. There is a tinge here of it being not a very nice ending. Okay, it feels like maybe you were deserted, because there's a desert there, sort of sand dunes and things, and you pick up on the energy, and they're giving me the word deserted because I'm looking at that. But when you look at the actual meaning of this card, it is a painful ending of something. Okay, feeling like you're at the end of your tether with the situation. So perhaps you're contemplating this new start. And ending this cycle, because it just left you stagnant. As you can see, this person's just stuck in one place. There's no growth here. Okay, there's no water here. There's nothing left. It's like it's deserted. So you may feel like you've just lost any connection. It's really sad. You actually feel a little bit bereft with this card with regards to the situation. Now something will be revealed with the Moon card. Again, around about the 20th of July here, something comes to the surface. It could be something, an unseen problem there. Or it could be something that you suspected, but were not completely sure about. It comes to the surface as a reveal, okay? And it is connected to this in some way, where you feel deserted or left alone there. It is, quite a deeply reflective time. Now, with that Ten of Swords, I don't feel like you're saying anything, though. I feel like you're being very silent, standing there watching it all come to an end. Okay, so you may not even be, you may be standing there like, what has just happened? Why is this happening? And then things come to light to show you why. Now we have the King of Wands. It's in reverse. Interesting. Okay, Aries energy again here. This is in reverse here, and okay. What also they're giving me here with this card is you may have been dealing with someone who thought they were a bit like the king of the jungle kind of energy, okay? Someone who was not, you know, not very nice towards you, could have bullied you verbally, because very passionate expression of words, a very inappropriate choice of words. You could be, someone could have been controlling a situation that you need to walk away from. Okay, when we get the two together, okay, the magician stops you from manifesting your true desires in this position. There is a pause. There is a reason. Something is blocking you from creating your destiny, or creating any of the visions that you hold for your future, and manifesting them to the physical plane. And because we have that King of Wands there, it looks like this person was trying to stifle you, or was very abusive towards you, could even been sexually inappropriate in your place of work, because this is to do with your career. They're giving me the words alley cat. So yeah, I'm getting definitely a very inappropriate vibe from this energy of this card. They may have felt that you are not ready to progress in whatever job it is that you do, but that is not the truth of the situation. That is their ego. King of Wands is all about ego when it's in the reverse. Not a very nice person at all. Okay, so I see you're walking away from this situation in order to find your prosperity path. Yes, it does. Yeah, okay, so it made you feel definitely uncomfortable, and so is the transition. It's made you feel very uncomfortable there. We have the Tower. It's in reverse. This is a fear of change. Okay, you averted some sort of disaster with this card. So you may have felt this person was a threat to you in some way, in a negative way. I don't feel like you're in immediate danger. But what I do feel is that you felt if it went on long enough, this situation could become very unbearable. And you feel like by walking away, you averted some sort of disaster here. Perhaps, you know, in terms of your security. Very interesting message, very poignant for somebody out there. You're transitioning onto something new, and you feel, even though you're afraid of change, because the Death card is about endings that bring change and you know, positive change, a rebirth, a moving on. When we have that Tower in reverse, it is something that was an unwanted change, and you're afraid of that change. You have a fear of the change, of what it will bring, but ultimately it will lead to positivity. You're just a bit nervous of anything that is not the norm, is what they're giving me. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Tower, people often fear the Death and the Tower card, and you have both Gemini together back to back, and that is about a very big change in your life. Okay, this is major arcana energy, so this is fated energy. It was meant to happen, and it was meant to happen to shake up the energy, to put you on the path you've always meant to be on. Okay, it's almost like the universe, when the Tower comes along, it's about, if you don't make the jump yourself, if you don't take the leap of faith yourself, Gemini, then the universe comes in with a Tower moment to give you a nudge out of the Tower to take the leap of faith by force, almost. So when we have that Tower card in the Rider-Waite deck, which is the traditional one, they actually want me to show you. This is the second time I think they've ever wanted me to do this, to show a card. And it is, I think it's always been the Tower card. So interesting. So this card in particular, when I find it, the lightning bolt strikes the Tower and sets it on fire. For those of you who are pros at the tarot, you will know what I'm talking about. And two figures leap into the unknown from two windows either side, and that is to escape the burning building. So it highlights when you stay in the same place and are stuck, then you know, you'll get burnt. You will get hurt more by staying in the same position. Okay, I can't believe they asked for this. Oh, there it is. Okay. So they really want me to show you this card. This is a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, okay? The lightning bolt hits the tower here. It as you can see, that crown, it's like it's completely causing disarray and disharmony. The building is on fire. These two figures leaping into the unknown, okay? Now, we don't know on either side. There could be water there and they're fine, okay? You don't know what lies ahead, and that is often the scary thing for human nature. We don't know what lies ahead. But if they stayed in the building where they were, they'd get burnt. They'd be hurt more than this leap of faith. So the universe comes along to shake up energy with that Tower card. They just want you to not be fearful of it, but to recognize this had to happen. You had to walk away. There had to be, and karma. Karma is a bitch and is going to come back and slap this person silly for what they did to you. Okay? Justice is on the board here. Justice is about karma. Okay? It's a Libran energy, and it is a win-win situation for you, Gemini. You're trusting your instincts to walk away, and actually not only does it save your peace of mind, because Ten of Swords, you know, that's a very anxious state to be in, very painful, and justice will bring peace in this situation. It levels out the playing field. There will be solutions and a truth will come out. Interestingly enough, when you have that Justice card, it's always about the truth prevailing, the truth coming out, and we have it underneath the Moon card, the protagonist energy, which is some sort of reveal that happens. And sorry, I just have a very itchy leg. It is about weighing up the energy. So whatever they did to you, or you know, if they were holding you back, the energy is about to boomerang, come back and slap them right in the face. Okay, so this Justice card, karma is at force here. And it looks ugly. It really does. I gotta say it. This person gets their just desserts. Okay? Now, they don't want you to acknowledge any sort of revenge yourself, Gemini. If this person did you wrong, allow karma to sort it out, because you do not want any karmic debt. Believe me, the universe is going to pay them back in a bigger way than you could ever imagine, is what they're giving me here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know with regards to their work situation, their career? Can you please guide them? So you could be dealing with a fire element, or someone who's got a fire element there with that Aries, possibly Leo energy as well, and Sag energy. That does not mean that that's their sun signs. It could be a placement somewhere. But they were low vibing and not very nicely at that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. I'm truly grateful. What else do my beautiful Gemini need to know for their higher good? Can you please guide them? This is a very weighty situation. The deck is super, super heavy here. Super heavy indeed. So very important time with this energy. 10 of Cups. So this could be a family member, okay? Now, yeah, we got 10 of Cups here, which is family energy. 10 of Cups is about, you know, family contentment, total love and support. Now, your family have your back. Your soul tribe really do have your back on this situation, but it could also be a family member who's been holding you back in some way. Could have been, yeah, there could be some sort of separation to do with the law courts, because we have justice on the board there. So you could be dealing with some sort of contractual stuff. And moving away from it. It could be family business also that you're extraditing yourself from. This situation was preventing you from having this happy family unit, as it were. Okay, so it's put your peace of mind there at rest. And once you deal with the situation and overcome the situation, then the 10 of Cups will prevail, and balance will be restored again. There will be a happiness, a unity, as it were, coming together. But as it is at the moment, it feels like there's something off. It's like the music is off here. Someone's playing a bum note in your sphere, and it's put everything out of sync and out of synchronicities. Okay, Ace of Wands is in reverse. Okay, this is about perhaps, well, first of all, there's a brutality to this energy. Okay, so it really feels like this ending. It's very painful. This is what I'm getting. It's really like very upsetting energy here. This Ace of Wands. I hate bringing bad news to anybody, Gemini, but I can only read the cards as they appear, so please do not shoot the messenger. I'm just going to give you what they give me. But this could be some sort of either false start in terms of business. Perhaps you thought you were going into a family business with somebody, and they were actually using you in order to abuse you with their power, their ego, in some way, and the position for you was not ready yet, or something. It was a false start in some way, or a delay, and there is a brutality with this that go. It's like they got your hopes up about something and then it went away, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, they're also showing me that you know, you thought you could trust this situation, but it felt very much like a bit of a stab in the back here. Yeah, there was some sort of betrayal in this situation that was, yeah, not very nice. Someone stabbed you in the back, or led you up the garden path kind of thing. They made you feel like there was an opportunity for you in some way to follow your passion, your career path, and then they're blocking it, okay? But you're walking away from the situation, and it feels like it's going to take a turn for the best. Now we have the Hangman energy, and it is in the reverse. So this person was a selfish person. You may have been a victim of some sort of traitor here, okay? This is what the reveal is about. Karma, walking away, but there is a reveal about this situation. Now, it could be at work, as I say. It could be a co-worker who prevented you from either taking some sort of promotion or raise there, following the dream that you had within your work situation, and blocked it for their own gratification and you know, ego, and prevented you from, you know, having the dream of having this like wonderful happy family unit that was very balanced, etc., and had it all, you know, emotional contentment, financial contentment, all of that, and they got in your way. But karma will deal with the situation. Or it could be some sort of, you know, ex or romantic partner, even a friend of the family, someone who's betrayed you in this situation. The very selfish energy, okay? So you may have been a victim of a traitor here, someone who betrayed you. But also there is this reveal, so you may find this information out mid-July through to mid-August and be like really reeling from the energy here, okay? Knight of Wands, yeah, look at that. Knight of Wands, of all the knights in the pack, I'm not sure I'd want to be trusting the Knight of Wands. There is kind of an in and out energy of it, okay? Something that you thought was solid and spoke to your passion actually eluded you, galloped away, you know, was just kind of an illusion. It was very lusty, free-spirited kind of energy that was there one moment on the table, and the next minute it was gone. So maybe something was promised to you by this person and then they took it away, or they tried to have some sort of hold on you as long as you took the whatever it is, the promotion, or you know, this is quite a sexual card. This when it doesn't look like it in this picture. She's very sort of free and, you know, free-spirited and, you know, beating her own drum, that sort of thing. And you've got the stallion in the background. It's a very lusty energy. So again, it speaks to someone perhaps having some sort of inappropriate behavior towards you, Gemini, in the sexual sense. So they may have offered you something, but there was an expectation there of asking for some sort of inappropriate payback or behavior in exchange for you rising up to the top in some way. And you're like, what? I didn't know. That's not what's happening here. You promised me, this is my passion, this is my dream. And they're blocking it because you're not, I hate to say this, but like putting out or anything like that. There is an energy of this person, but it also could be, if it's not a sexual thing, it could also be that it was a bit of a fly-by-night, okay? The offer was there today, gone tomorrow kind of energy, okay? The Knight of Wands, they get what they want and they kind of go on to the next conquest, as it were. That's the energy of that Knight of Wands. We're going to go deeper and find out the outcome of the situation, but they're just giving me kind of like a guideline as to what energy I'm tapping into at this present moment in time. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini What do they need to know regarding the situation? Can you please guide me to what they need to know for their highest good? Thank you so much. Yeah, they're preventing a new start here. Okay, this is very scattered energy, and it's like untapped potential or unfulfilled potential. So someone could have promised you something in terms of a new start with a job or an opportunity here, and it looked like it was bogus. You know, it looked like it wasn't, either it wasn't real, you got duped in some way, there was like a betrayal here, okay, or someone tried to block your new start and tried to hold you back from either taking a leap of faith into the unknown, or, you know, having a fresh hope about something. Someone's holding you back from your happiness. You know, the Ten of Cups is ultimate happiness and abundance. Someone is trying to hold you back. Now, they either have unacceptable, how can I put that? Sorry, I just need to get the word that they're giving me. Untoward, that's it. Untoward feelings towards you, untoward, inappropriate actions towards you, and you haven't fulfilled that. You have not given them what they wanted, and then they're just using their ego and their power to stifle your career because of it. Okay. Oh, okay. This is getting a little bit political here. I just got and I don't want to go down this route, but they're kind of just giving me these two words, which were obviously very prevalent in the news, but they're giving me "me too." Okay, me too. So I know exactly what that kind of pertains to. I'm not going to continue with that line of what they're giving me, because that's all they've given me, so I've got nothing more to say. I'm just giving you the message there. But we'll move on and see what else they have to say here. They just asked me to look at the bottom of the deck. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. With that Seven of Pentacles, this is about patience. Please have a lot of patience. You've worked really hard, okay? And success is yours. It is delayed because of this situation, but it is coming, okay? The growth is there. You have sowed healthy roots, and you know, your magic and your belief in this growth will make everything come to fruition. They want you to be mindful of that. Now we are going deeper here to find out an outcome in the situation, what's going on there, because you may be there may be some sort of law involved there with that judicial card on the board, justice. Karma, the law of karma is actually in play, but also you may be dealing with it on the physical plane in terms of like contracts, or, you know, bringing someone to court, that sort of thing. We're just going to see what's going on here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini to what the outcome will be of this situation, or what's going on there? What do they need to see for their higher good? I have to say, this deck is so much lighter. So much lighter, okay? Oh, yes! So much lighter. We have the Fool. You are escaping, baby, and you're making a new start, okay? This is taking that chance on your new path. This new beginning will bring an adventure of a lifetime. It's like a clean slate by walking away from this situation, okay? You're free. They're just giving me the words, you're free. So you're freeing yourself up from this situation, because it was bad. I'm feeling there was a lot of negative, toxic energy with this situation. Someone holding you back for their own not very nice intentions, let's put it that way, okay? A bit of a bully. They like things their way. They've got ego problems, and actually they feel, in comparison, Gemini, they feel very weak. And that's why they feel very weak over you. They feel like they never had the power over you, and you are a free spirit anyway, but they never had the power over you, so they needed to exert power over you even more to try and drum it home. But yeah, you're extraditing yourself out of that situation. There's an exciting time for you. Yeah, look at that Tower. So the universe is on your side, is actually bringing you that Tower moment. Interestingly, this is your fear of change with that Tower, the fear of being uncomfortable and having to transition. But once you're making that new start, you recognize that Tower had to happen, and you're grateful for it. Even though it was unwanted, it brings a lot of upheaval and a lot of things to light, okay? everything, the foundations are toppling with this situation. So this person may also be experiencing this tower moment. Their foundation, their you know, their ego, everything that they stood for is now being brought to light, and they're having that tower moment also. As you can see, they wanted you to see it side by side. Look at that figure in the Fool card and look at that tower. That figure is leaping far away in another direction from the tower. Lucky escape, they're giving me. Lucky escape. Okay, so you escape without, you know, with a wonderful energy, and you're moving away from this tower that is toppling over. So yeah, this is all good energy here. Both major arcanas to find out what your abundance will be in the outcome in the situation. So this is fated energy. Now we do have that Hangman on the board, so there are lessons to be learnt here, some wisdom to be gained, but ultimately there is a new start on the board. Let's see what's the new start entails for you. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini about this new start? Can you please guide them to what they need to know? Now, I did see, I'm shuffling, I don't see any cards, but they're showing me the King of Wands in the upright position. So I really feel that you're going to be like a bold leader here, doing your own thing. Thank you so much. 10 of Cups, look at that. So yeah, you're going to get your wish. This is, you know, whatever it is you want to do, you will be supported by your family, your soul tribe, but also you are supporting others in this situation also. This is the Holy Grail. It's almost like freedom, and then you're running right up those stairs to claim your 10. The time of holding you back for your career is over and over, okay? It is you moving on and up. This is the time. Okay, they're saying this is the time. The path is now illuminated for you to not only healing, because they're showing me this light here, which, you know, when you have something that sorry, what's the word? Emanates, yeah, emanates light like that. It's almost like the Star card, but also the Sun card. Okay, both are equally abundant and hopeful energies. It's like a burst of, it's like you got your mojo back. It's like all of a sudden you're vibing, your body is vibing at a really high frequency to achieve whatever it is you want. It is about total love and support surrounding you and this new start. It's a very exciting time. I really feel this energy of you are out and moving up. Thank you so much. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, so yeah, there was a feeling of being stuck here. As you can see, it's just by the Tower energy, and because you were moving away from, or shifting away, like this uncomfortable feeling, you know, you knew things needed to change, but in order to have a change, there had to be a very big upheaval, and it made you very nervous. Okay, and you're moving on. You may have felt a little bit alone in this situation. You didn't know who to turn to, but you recognize that actually you do have your support network in this situation who will come to your aid if you ask them to. Okay, there's a lot of love for you, Gemini, and you're not alone in this situation. Also with this card, there may have been a bit of a cloudiness as to, you know, personal truth, what it is you truly want to do. And you may have shied away for a little while before gaining your strength in order to extradite yourself, move away from this situation. Yeah, it could have, this situation could have been exasperated also because of what was going on around the world at the moment, this isolation energy. Some of the things may have come to the surface, or will be coming to the surface because of after what happened. They're giving me like this isolation energy that was not self-imposed. So I'm translating that energy at this present moment in time because they're not clarifying it for me. That it was something, an isolation energy that was imposed upon you, as you know, you didn't do this, you didn't put yourself, you didn't cut yourself off by yourself. This was imposed. Okay, Four of Coins. This is long-term, okay? Long-term security, a desire for long-term security here in your work, because it just feels like something was promised to you in some way, or something was meant for you. It could have been a promotion, it could have been some sort of investment for the future, and it didn't come. And now the only thing that's on your mind is putting away money for a happy family environment, and also for the long term. You're thinking long-term security, putting money away for those moments where work may be far and few between, or even for things like pension, or that sort of retirement energy. It is putting stuff away and hiding it. It feels very much like it's hidden. It's out in the forest somewhere. You don't want anyone to know about it. Queen of Swords. It's in reverse. Okay, so yeah, you could have been dealing with someone who was very dishonest, very, very unkind, very cold person, okay, who did not speak with truth, and may have even spied on you a bit, micromanaged you in some way, just to make sure you didn't rise up. They just want to keep you down. This person is really cold, okay, really cold. And I feel it may have stemmed from you either turning down their sexual advances or something like that. There was some sort of ego. You didn't, maybe you're the person who just bucks the trend and you don't do what they want you to do. So therefore they need to ramp up the ego and make sure they crush you in some way to stop you from progressing or being happy, okay? So they can keep you where they want you, which is just stuck, tied down. But as I said, you've moved on from that. You're moving on from that. And if you haven't moved on from that situation already, then the reveal on the 20th or thereabouts, because the new moon is the most important energy, this will shake things up, and then you will see the new start come to fruition. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What's on the other side of the new start? Can you show me a new job, or can you show me new opportunities coming their way? What's their abundance on the other side of this new moon, which is incidentally in Cancer, which, you got the moon card, which is a Cancerian card. So it just doubles the energy for you, Gemini. Can you please guide them? What do they need to know for their stepping forward on their prosperity path? Can you please guide them? Thank you so much for the messages so far. I'm ready to receive. Thank you. Ooh, thank you so much. Okay, so we have 5 of Coins. I love this. Straight away, new job. If you even look it up online right now, go to Google, whatever, blah, blah, blah. 5 of Coins in the reverse is a new job opportunity or a new hope with regards to your job, okay? So hope is returning here. You're not being left out in the cold, okay? You are on the up. So it's out and on the up. Maybe I'll even call this video that. But it really feels like you're moving on successfully, okay? And you're leaving everyone else behind. Now the World card is in reverse. So they're showing me here that this person, there is unfinished business with this person. So there may be some ties, some contracts, as I said, that you need to settle in some way before you can move on. There is a delay with this, okay? Some sort of problem. Now it could be a travel problem, because the world is about travel, movement, that sort of thing. Could be delaying it there. But there are lessons to be learned when we have the World card and it's in reverse. Okay, even in the upright, there are lessons to be learned. But this is, until the lesson has been learned and all of the things have been tied up, loose ends and things like that, then there will be a moving on from this situation. But I feel like this person who's not very nice has to be in your energy during the time period I've set, mid-July through to mid-August, okay? For some reason. It could be communication because of contracts, or it could be communication because they're still trying to keep hold of you in some way, but you're free and easy. You're making waves. Excuse me, what was that? You're making waves, and you're moving forward for a successful time with either a new job or new hope. The Lovers in reverse, okay? When we have this card in terms of career, this is, you don't need to make a decision anymore. You made it, okay? There is no choice here. There's a splitting up, a moving on. So you're either, as I said, moving on from some sort of either romantic partner who is holding you back, or some sort of family member who is holding you back in your work situation. You couldn't concentrate. They're trying to block your success in some way. Or it is moving on from an institution that you work for, or a person that you worked for, a business partner even, because we have the Lovers, which is partnership. You may be moving on from that and breaking away, okay? When we have it in the reverse, it is about breaking away from something, and because it was in disharmony, it was in discord. You felt like you made bad choices, but ultimately what they're giving me here is that the negativity seems to come from the other person, okay? Cross watchers, don't shoot the messenger. This is the energy I'm getting from the cards. Even if you look up the meanings of the cards that come out, then you'll see what I'm getting. I'm also being guided in certain ways. Okay, so there's no choice, Gemini. You're moving on. I mean, done and done. The energy you have to embody is the Magician card. You are the master or mistress of your own destiny. This is not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. Ultimately, you are creating your own destiny. You're creating, you're turning those visions into reality, onto the material, physical plane here. Whatever you think about, you bring about. So your new start, you're actioning that. You're bringing that into the physical realm, this new start. Also your prosperity, you're starting to rise up and get what is rightfully yours after a time of being held back, is what I'm getting here. They also asked me to look at the bottom of the deck just now. Ha! Page of Cups. Okay, so Page of Cups, when it's to do with your career, is about following your heart and doing what you love. The money will flow from there. So if you have any financial worries here, now, interestingly enough, I don't have many coins on the board. Okay, so it really feels like, Gemini, you need to get away from this situation. It doesn't matter about the money. Money will come. You recognize that. You put away a bit to make sure that you're going to be okay for the future. But ultimately, what they're giving me here is money is not a factor when it comes to your happiness. Yes, you need a job. Yes, you need to follow your career and you know, pay those bills, etc., etc. But what they're giving me here is that you acknowledge you have to be happy first. Okay, and they want you to know that when you follow your bliss and do what you love, money flows from there. Your contentment, your love for what you do brings the money, okay? This could also be you starting a new path, because pages always bring the new, starting that new path to do something that you really love doing. Okay, you may also be volunteering at various places, be out of the goodness of your heart to help others. This card is also a card of volunteer work. We have a wonderful kind of introspection, okay, that's been going on. You may have been thinking about what it is you truly desire to do with your life in terms of your career, and you're coming up with solutions of what you love doing. But also there's an element here, Gemini, that may speak to you. It's about, they've got a world in the box there. You're acknowledging one of two things. One, it's a very big world out there, and you have the possibility to do anything you want in the world that speaks to your heart. You're acknowledging that one factor. But also, number two, I'm getting an energy that you want to do something that benefits the world in some way. Okay, now this could be in terms of your career path, but it could also be in terms of volunteer work that you want to do on the side. Either way, you may be studying to do something as well. Whatever it is, it speaks to your heart and soul, and they really want you to acknowledge that. Following your bliss is the most important. Okay, they've asked for one more, and we'll go again, and then we'll end it there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What else do they need to know regarding the situation? Can you please guide them to what they need to know for their higher good? Any final messages for my beautiful Gemini? Thank you so much. Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is a bit of a battle. It has been a bit of a battle, as you can see. Nine of Wands is about maintaining your boundaries, though, and you must persist. So whatever it is that you want to do, you must persist and go to the top. As you can see, this figure is headed towards the top. Yes, it's been a battle, and someone tried to hold you back. Can you see all these obstacles? People are trying to hold you back there in the situation, but you're persisting, because where are you headed? You're headed to the top, and that's what Spirit want you to recognize here. You're on the way up, and when you're on the way up, Gemini, people want to knock you down, right? There is one person in particular. You know who this person is. Apparently they come to your mind as soon as I started talking about them. Keep your boundaries high. Protect yourself against these people or this person, but ultimately persist in walking away for your new start. You're on the rise, okay? This new job opportunity is very, very fruitful, brings success. 5 of Coins. There's a wonderful hope about this, you know, and a wonderful growth. You're not being left out in the cold in terms of your prosperity, okay? They want you to acknowledge that. There is a temporary delay about something, but there is a reveal, as I said, round about the 20th of July there. Okay, they have asked me to leave it there, so I will. Okay, interesting. They're giving me an image of it's like well, I'm seeing 2 things really. It's like a bowl on one side, and it's like a chopping board type thing, and we've got beetroot, and it's even staining the surface. Beetroot, you may be chopping it and it's staining the surface. Beetroot is you know, beets, that sort of thing. Beetroot, they're showing me an image of that. Okay, so maybe you either grow your own beetroot. That's an interesting one they've given me first. One is that that's what you're eating at this present time, as you or preparing in some way for you to eat. And if that's you, or there's something to do with beetroot for you, then there is something in this message especially for you. Okay, we're going to just end it on a Wisdom of the Oracle advice card for you before we go. I'm just shaking it up a little bit with the messages with the new deck. So I love this deck. It's been on point so far. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. It's by Colette Baron Reed, if you're interested. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What do my beautiful Gemini need to know with regards to any final messages or advice? It's quite chaotic. I'm finding it quite chaotic at this moment. Thank you so much. And we have exchanging gifts, but it's in reverse. Okay, so this situation, interesting. Yeah, you may have thought something was a gift and it was taken away. As you can see, it's in reverse. So it's like the surprise. As you can see, that figure is coming out of the box like a surprise. It was not a nice surprise. So you thought you were being given something, and it was a gift here, or, you know, a gift of a job, or it was a wonderful opportunity, and actually it wasn't what you thought it was. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Exchanging gifts. Now it feels like you gave your end of the bargain in terms of, you know, bringing your wonderful talent and whatever it is to the situation. You came in truth, but this situation was flipped on its head here, and it was not what it seemed, is what they're giving me here. Now I'm going to read from the book because this is a new deck. I'm just reading it intuitively at this time. Interesting. Okay, so because we got a fire element on the board here, now although they gave me Aries, and it could be Leo or Sag, they're highlighting the cat for me in this picture. So you could have had some sort of Leo placement there, but ultimately Leo, they often attribute Leo to be connected to ego. So it may be about this person's ego was in low vibe, and therefore very malevolent energy is what they're giving me here. That does not mean to say that people who are of a Leo placement have ego or anything like that. Some of the most beautiful people who I know are Leos, and they're really wonderful in giving. No ego there, but they're just giving it to me with this card, this energy. Just want to clarify that. I don't want to upset anybody out there. Let's see, 27, exchanging gifts. Oh yeah. So it says the law of giving and receiving. So at the beginning here as well, it's the question about, you know, that reciprocal energy with the universe that you're co-creating, that giving and receiving. It says the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs you have to make, weighing up your costs and determining the value of the situation. Okay, and it is in reverse, so you have to read the protection message. And it says, be careful what you pray for, because you might just get it, and then realize that you don't want to face the hefty price tag that came with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know that you will have to walk away from or even fail at because you can't or won't pay the dues that has been asked of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. I mean, I think everyone can deal with that one. But anyway, even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you to achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is a first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. So again, I mean, this deck has been really on point for, things. I'm truly grateful to Spirit for these messages, because that's uncanny. So yeah, it's, remember about your control, trying to control things. It's you are co-creating with Spirit there, but also be wary. It's like, be wary of these people offering, or someone offering something that seems too good to be true, almost, or they ask you to pay a price for giving you your dream job, and you're like, well, I didn't bank on that price is too high, I'm not going to compromise myself and do something I don't want to do in order to have this situation. So yeah, very interesting message there. Be careful, my beautiful Geminis. It will all resolve itself. As I said, you got the karma on the board. It's in the upright, which is the win-win situation on your side. So it will all work out for you, and you're definitely being guided by Spirit, okay? So huge message there. I'm not surprised that the deck felt very, very heavy to start, because that's some interesting energy. Now I'm just going to give you a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Oh yeah, of course. So we have a butterfly, okay? So the butterfly is about the transformation, the unifying energy. The thing that brings it all together is that there will be a transformation of this situation in order for you to rise, okay? You're going to fly away from this very light, and you're going to have wonderful, beautiful, positive energy, okay? You were in the cocoon period where you had to learn a lot. It was very uncomfortable. The tower moment has had to happen. Ultimately, the transformation is a rebirth, a moving on, but with beautiful energy. That big ending has led to a very beautiful new beginning for you, okay, Gemini? Where would you like this card? Thank you so much, Spirit. Where would you like this card? Where would you like this card? Okay, they want it on the Fool card for the new start. This wonderful new beginning for you. Very exciting. And we have a wonderful flower. Okay, oh, they're giving me a flower. What is that? Sorry, I'm just trying to see the flower that they're giving me. It looks like a daisy, but it seems to be a bit bigger than that. It's got like a white center, and it's got a yellow center. I correct myself, a yellow center, and like white petals all around. But they're quite big. They're quite big. So it's a bit bigger than a daisy. I'm not sure what it is, but if someone could give me an indication, I'm going to look it up after this reading to find out. But yeah, it's like a yellow center and white petals all around. It's bigger than a daisy, but it it looks similar, but it's much bigger than a daisy there. Okay, so they're giving me that as an indicator for somebody out there. Maybe that's your favorite flower, or looks like your favorite flower. What they're also giving me with this is, remember to be present in the moment. Okay, that's the message they're giving me with this. Be present at all times. That's where the happiness lies, and everything will flow from there. They're giving me the sentence, stop and smell the flowers. Stop and smell the flowers. So they want you to be so present that you see the beauty all around you, because sometimes this situation can feel pretty dark, and they want you to acknowledge there's actually rebirth. Flowers are also about rebirth, rebirthing, and this transformation happening. Okay, so there is new life here. New. Everything is new for you. New start, okay? And also a wonderful new adventure. But they want you to stop and smell the flowers along the way. Enjoy the process, okay? Because it's like a free and easy feeling. Breathe. They just said breathe. I like it when people tell you, remind you to breathe, because it actually lets all the stress go. When they go, Baba, you're not breathing. And I'm like, oh, you know, if I get caught up in something, they're like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I remember. So I like it when people tell you to breathe. They remind you not to hold up that tense energy in your shoulders. Okay, so yeah, they've ended the message with this. Where would you like this? Where would you like this? They want it on the death card. It's rebirth. It's a new situation, okay? A new beginning here. Okay, so yeah, they've ended the reading. That was quite intense, my beautiful Gemini. I wish I could hug you all with this situation. It's quite a complex one. I hope there was something that resonated with you in this reading. I don't like that it does, because the situation's quite a toxic one, but a positive ending there, so wonderful rising up. But if something does resonate there for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and lets me know that you resonated with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, thank you so much for spending time in my energy. Love and light.